Hey guys, Matthew Lippard back here with another video. I've got a recipe here I'm doing today. This is my wife's spaghetti. I call it Berni spaghetti. I asked her if she minded if I shared this with you guys, and she said okay. You know, there's all different kinds of ways to make spaghetti. We have family members that make it a little bit on the sweet side. My wife doesn't really care for the sweeter side, so this is kind of a Mexican take on this spaghetti. It's really good. In order for me not to like spaghetti, it's got to be some pretty bad spaghetti. But this is one of my favorite spaghettis ever. It's got a little bit of a bite to it. It's not like hot, it's got a little bit of a bite to it. Great flavor. So we're going to go ahead and get started. But before I do, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, will you? Hit that share button, share this video, and let me know whatever part of the world or the country you're watching this from. Put that in the comment section. Tell me where you're watching this video from. It's cool to see what part of the world people are watching this from. And if you take this recipe and you change it a little bit to make it your own, put in the comment section what you did and how it turned out. I always like to hear how other people change our recipes. But let me go ahead and turn this camera around and let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is get the water heating up for the spaghetti. I've got one of these pans like this. I don't need a separate colander for it, which is pretty nice. If you don't, colander works great. And I've got some salt. Always salt your water. I like a lot of salt in my water. I knew that was about out, but cool. And then, you know, I always tell people to cook the spaghetti according to the directions on the box. You know, I've cooked enough spaghetti. I just kind of do my own thing. The water's hot already. I put hot water in there, and I just dump the spaghetti in there, and then I cook it to what they call al dente. Still a little bit firm, and as it cooks, I just periodically pull a piece out when it's where I want it. That's what I go with. Then I've got a pan here. I'm going to cook the meat in. Put that on medium heat. Take a pound of hamburger. So I got a pound of spaghetti and a pound of hamburger. Put that in there, and we'll get that cooking a little bit. And I'll just kind of let this run its course for a little bit, and then I'll come back. Okay, the hamburger is pretty much done. I should turn the heat off. I don't cook it 100% done because it's going to cook for a little bit with the sauce to marry the two flavors together. And one thing I haven't done is I have not put any seasonings in them. Yeah, I kind of coined a new term. I call them sneezonings, because if I use very many seasonings, I sneeze and sneeze and sneeze. So it came out the other day, I called them sneezings by accident. So now I call them sneezonings. Okay, pour the cooked hamburger back in there. Turn the heat back on to fairly low. Just gonna let it simmer. Now I'll put some salt and pepper in here. And I have a 1/4 cup of Gebharts Chili Powder. It's one of my wife's favorite seasonings. I put a 1/4 cup in there. That seems like a lot, but that gives it a nice bite. And then I have a 29-ounce can of tomato sauce and a 15-ounce can of tomato sauce. I'll pour these in here. And then that's going to sit here and simmer for a while. I forgot to get my can opener out. I try to have all this done before I start the video, but I forgot to do this. I had everything else, but I forgot to do this. So I'll dump that in. Now we're going to let that cook for a little while on low. Get everything mixed in, get all the Gebharts Chili Powder in there. And after this cooks for a little bit, we'll come back, we'll check the taste of it, see how it tastes, see if we need any more salt or pepper or anything else. And then we'll go from there. And for now, I'm just going to let this cook. I'll be back in a little bit to put everything together and go from there. Okay, what you might have saw is it was fast forwarded there. Is I do this sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes I like to throw some mushrooms in there. If it's just us, I do, but if I got other people that are coming over or whatever, then I don't, because not everybody likes mushrooms. So, and I'm a very picky eater, so I try to accommodate people that are coming to eat that may be a picky eater as well. And I'm not just going to throw it in there and say, well, just eat it anyway. I don't like that attitude, and I don't take it. So what I did is I cut the mushrooms up, not tiny pieces. I like to be able to see the mushrooms in there, and threw some butter in a pan, and I'm going to saute these up a little bit, and then once they're sauteed up, I'll throw them into the sauce. And then once the sauce is completely cooked and the noodles are done, then I'll marry the two together and let it simmer for a little bit. So I'm going to let these cook out, and then I'll be back. Okay, and my mushrooms are all cooked down. You want to get them cooked down where they've turned in color. These are some big mushrooms, fairly thick, so I wanted to make sure I tried one. You want it to be soft and turn colors like that, and then I'll dump it in here with the meat sauce and let all that incorporate, all that butter too, all that goodness. And I'm running out of room. And then we will stir the mushrooms in, let that continue to cook out with this. I just checked the noodles. They got a little bit more to go. Let those cook out just a little bit longer. In fact, I'm going to move this back to the front burner and shut the back burner off. A bit easier to get to. This is getting nice and warm, nice and cooked in there. Let that cook out a little bit more, and then we'll be back. Okay, the spaghetti's done. So with this thing here, I'll bring it over here. I can bring this up here like this, drains all the water out of it. Set this off to the side. I'm going to grab some pasta water in case I need to add some water to it. There, that's making a lot of noise. In case I need to add some water to it, I can. And I've got pasta water, not just water. I've got pasta water. I'll dump this out. Stick this back over here. Shut this other burner off. Now, I'm going to dump this in here. And what I like to do is, this stuff has a tendency to always want to stick together. The pasta does. So I put some butter in there. If you might watch me very much, you're going to see I use a lot of butter. Maybe I shouldn't, I don't know, but butter sure adds a lot of flavor. You know, they say fat is flavor, right? And butter is a good fat, good flavor. Let the butter melt. I'm going to do one taste on this. I haven't tasted all this sauce yet. I'll do one taste on this. Oh man, that's good. That is good stuff. I don't need that for that now. Dump this into here. Dump it slow, or you're going to have it all over yourself. Clean all that goodness out of there. You don't want to leave any of that goodness in that pan. Set that aside. Nope. All over the end. All right, set that to the side. Mix all of this up. Then we'll let it sit here for a few minutes and begin to cool off while we do some garlic bread. And then we'll be ready to eat. And I'll show you a little video, a little picture when we eat. All right, guys, I got this spaghetti ready. I have a small sampling here, and we have some stinky cheese here. I can't open it with one hand. Gotta have stinky cheese on spaghetti, right? This Parmesan. People say, why do you call it stinky cheese? Because if it's real Parmesan, not fake stuff, it has a little smell to it. So a bite of this thing, trying to get too much. That's some amazing stuff, guys. You gotta try this Berni spaghetti. My wife's amazing recipe. You want it? You want a little bit spicy, you can add some of that extra Gebharts chili. If you don't want it quite as spicy, cut it back. But it's a real good flavor to it. So go ahead and check this out. Do me a favor, like I said before, hit that like button, hit that share button, share this video, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Where you hit that bell icon so you get notified every time I post a new video. And let me know what you think of this recipe. Leave that in the comment section. Look forward to hearing from you. And until next time, may God bless you and have a great day.